Hi children, how are you all? I hope everybody is fine. What are you doing? Eating, sleeping. That's it. There is no exercise to your body. And do you know children, what is helping you to exercise or to work together or to play together? Energy, right? What gives us energy? Food. In previous classes you learned that food gives us energy, right? In scientific terms, energy, stamina, power, force, we have many terms, but all these terms are different. When we see these terms, it appears each and every word is same, each and every term is same, but distinctly they have different meanings, different definitions. Okay, let's learn about all these terms, but basically one term we will learn today. Just look at these examples, children. What is the boy doing? Pulling a log. Second one, pulling a log. In the second picture, a girl pushing a trolley. Third picture, a boy is hitting ball with cricket bat. And in the fourth picture, two children are fighting. Right? In the first picture, a boy is pulling the log. And in the second picture, a girl is pushing a cart. And in the third picture, a boy is hitting the ball. And in the fourth picture, two children are fighting with each other. Are these actions same in the all four cases? See, in the first picture, a boy is pulling, and in the second picture, the girl is pushing, and in the third picture, a boy is pushing the ball with bat. Right? Hitting means pushing. He is throwing the ball. And in the fourth picture also, both the children are fighting. They are pushing with each other and pulling with each other. So both actions are working here. So according to these actions, there is some mysterious work is done. So that action, that applied action is said to be force. So here we can generalize that a push or pull is said to be a force. A push or a pull is said to be a force. Today we are going to discuss about force. After learning this lesson, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to define force, identify the effects of force on an object, identify the direction of net force in a given situation, identify the type of force applied in a given situation. All these we will come to know. When we look at these pictures, are these four situations force is same? In the first picture, see, he is pulling the log hardly. So it's a heavy log, so he is pulling. And in the second situation, the boy is hitting the ball or pushing the ball. In the third situation, her shopping is finished, so she is pushing the cart to the counter to make it bill. And in the fourth situation, when somebody is pushing, another one is pulling. So both are pushing and pulling. Both the actions are taking place. So when we look at these two actions, force is pushing or pulling. So a push or pull. Force is a push or pull. Force is a push or pull. Force is the push or pull that occurs due to interaction of two bodies. It is the interaction of two bodies. Okay. About force we defined. That is a push or pull between two interacting bodies is called a force. Okay. What is the impact of force? Impact means the result of force. When force is acting on a body, what is the impact of that? What work can be done with the force? So to know that, force can change the state of rest or motion of a object. Force can change the state of rest or motion of an object, which means it can change the state. For example, if an object is at rest position, it can change its position. It can change the position. When you keep your pen in a box, it will be in a box. When you open the box and when you take it off, then only the pen moves from the box to your hand, right? So force, you are applying force with your hand to take the pen. When the pen is in rest position, you are taking it. So you are making a move. You are applying force. So the position of pen is changed. Okay. And also we can change the motion of the object. For example, in football match, you can observe when somebody kicks the ball goes in one direction. When another one kicks the ball into another direction, it changes. So its motion is changing. Or when someone kicks the ball slowly, the ball moves slowly. If the same person or someone else kicks the ball hardly with more force, so the ball moves somewhat further direction or somewhat more distance. Okay, so it shows the force is changing that motion of an object. Let's see with some more examples. Observe these two examples, kids. In the first picture, the girl is playing with the dog. So she is running along with the dog, right? In the second picture, the trolley is in boy's hand. He is about to push the trolley. If you observe here, in first condition or in the first situation, the dog is in motion. Okay, so the girl is applying force to reducing the motion or to get back to the rest position of the dog. And in the second position, the trolley is in rest position, but the boy is applying force to make a move, right? So here we can say that force can change the state of rest or state of motion of an object. Look at this. What are the boys doing? They are playing hockey, right? Here the boys are trying to change the direction of the ball. The boy is trying to change the direction of the ball. How can they change the direction of motion? By applying force, right? So force can also change the direction of motion of the object on which it is applied. So wherever we are applying force, that object motion can be changed. Force can change the motion of an object. And also direction of motion also can be changed by applying force. Look here, children, what are they? You can see different kinds of balloons, different shapes of balloons, right? How can we make all these balloons? When we blow air into the balloon, we get only one shape. But in toy shops like the balloon vendors, we can see different kinds of different shaped balloons, right? How can we make? Can we have that ability to make balloons like that? What we have to do? What is that ability? Yes, again it is force. By applying force, we can change the shape of an object. Can you give one example? I'll give a daily routine example to you. See, when your mother make chapatis from dough, what is happening? When she prepared dough, by adding water, all these, she make a ball of that. So from that ball of dough, she makes like flatten. How it is happening? By applying force. So force can also change the shape of an object. Force can also change the shape of an object. So what is the impact of force? Force can change the state of motion of an object from rest or from motion. And force can change the direction of motion of an object. Whatever direction, if it is going the left direction, we can change into right. If it is going in the north direction, we can change into south. So we can change the direction of motion by applying force. And force can also change the shape of an object. Whatever shape it is, like if you observe a potter changes the clay into different shapes. So whatever shape you want, that shape we can change. Do you remember, children? Force is a vector. What is vector? A vector has both magnitude and direction, whereas scalars have only magnitude, right? So force is a vector. It has magnitude and direction. So while you are applying force, what is the force you have applied, that you have to tell. And force is measured in newtons. Force is measured in newtons. Okay. So for example, you have applied 5 newtons of force. 5 newtons of force. So when you say I have applied 5 newtons of force, in which direction it is applied, that is also to be mentioned. So force is a vector. Force has both magnitude and direction. Okay, tell me, children, can you open a table drawer without touching it? No. So you may guess what I am going to teach. Contact and non-contact forces. Contact force means force which results when there is a direct physical contact between two interacting objects is known as contact force. Whereas the force which results when there is no direct physical contact between two interacting objects is known as non-contact force. Contact force and non-contact force. Contact force, non-contact force. It's an example of contact force. We are taking back by touching hand. And see in the second picture, the magnet attracts the nails without touching. See, we are not touching the nails, but we are taking the help of magnet to attract the nails. It is an example of non-contact force. Let us know the types of forces. Observe these pictures. A boy is opening a table drawer. A man is lifting a dumbbell. A toy is lifting weight. Another toy is pushing the table. See, someone is riding bicycle, throwing ball. See, all these are, if you have observed, by applying force, all these are works done, right? So, what kind of force here they are applying? They are doing some physical work. They are using their muscles. So, this force is said to be muscular force. What is the force name? Muscular force. Okay. Contact forces are classified into 4 categories. First one is muscular force. First one is muscular force. So whatever work we are doing by applying our physical strength, that is called our physical force, that is called muscular force. All these are examples for that. Bullock cart, horse ride. Yes? Can you say some more examples, children? Brushing teeth, running, walking, lifting up your bags, carrying your bags, watering plants. All these are muscular force. All these comes under muscular force. Second one is frictional force. What is the second one? Frictional force. Frictional force is a force which opposes the motion of an object. For example, see, the boy kicks the ball. After some time, the ball is stopped. The boy kicked the ball, but after some time, the ball is stopped. Who stopped the ball? Is there anybody to stop the ball? Don't think that toy is touched it so that it is stopped. You try otherwise. You throw something like whatever pen you have in your hand, just push it. So after some time, the pen comes to the rest position. Or push a book. After covering a small distance, it will be stopped. So who is stopping that? Yes, the opposite force which is acting against the body. That is called friction, force of friction. The frictional force is always opposite to the motion of an object. The frictional force is always opposite to the motion of an object. So the force which acts against the motion of an object is called frictional force or force of friction. After walking some time, when we are pushing our leg or feet, we are stepping forward so that we are able to move. So with the help of friction, we are able to move. As the road is providing some force opposite our motion, so we are stepping forward. If not, our step will be slide on the road. Okay, so frictional force is helping us to work, to walk, all these. Next one is normal force. What is the third one? Normal force. See, here is a table and a book. The book is on the table. Who is holding the book? Maybe the table. Okay, imagine suddenly something has happened and the table has disappeared. What will happen to book? Surely the book would fall down, right? But here the book is not falling when there is a table. So who is supporting the book? Surely the table. So there is an opposite force which is acting against the book falling. So which is acting against the book's falling is said to be normal force. We know that whatever we throw upwards, the object falls down with the help of gravitational force. That is the effect of gravitational force. But here the book is not falling down as there is a table oppositely acting a force to stop it or to hold it. So the opposite force which is working, applying against the gravitational force is said to be normal force. Normal force is always opposite to the gravitational force. So normal force is said to be a direction which is perpendicular to the plane of a surface is said to be normal. So the force that a solid surface exerts on any object in the normal direction is called the normal force. The force that a solid surface exerts on any object in the normal direction is called the normal force. Just you hit the wall. When you hit the wall, your hand is not inserting into the wall, right? Why? What happens here? While you are hitting the wall, there is an opposite force which is acting on your hand. So that force is not allowing your hand to get inserted to the wall. So that force is normal force, right? Next force is tension. What is this tension? Not your exam tension. This year you got rid of tension, examination tension. So this is tension force. Okay. The fourth contact force is tension force. Tension. What is tension? In this picture you can see that a string is suspended to the top and with a box, right? A box or a stone is suspended with the help of a string to the roof. So As we tied like this, a force is acting along the string or thread or any rope. The force which is acting along the string without falling the object down, opposite to the gravitational force, that force is said to be tension. For example, take a rubber band and stretch. The force which is acting along the rubber band when you are stretching, that force is called tension. It is called tension, which always pulls the body along the string. Tension is a contact force, right? When you try to stretch a rope or a string, so the tightness of a rope or string is called tension. When you are stretching a rope or a string or a thread, so whatever the tightness is there, the tightness of a rope or string is called tension. So we have discussed 4 kinds of contact forces. The first one, muscular force. The force which is applied through our muscles is called muscular force. Second one, friction. It is the resistance to the movement of your body over the surface of another body. Without friction, we cannot walk even on the road. So friction is helpful to us. Okay. And third one is normal force. And the fourth one is tension. These 4 are contact forces. So in this class we learnt about force. Force is a push or pull between interacting 2 objects. Okay. And force has an impact. Force can change the state of an object, shape of an object, and direction of an object. And types of forces. There are 2 types of forces: contact forces and non-contact forces. Today we have learnt about contact forces. So contact forces are 4 kinds: muscular force, force of friction, normal force, and tension. Okay children, so once read your textbooks and understand more deeply, and also do the followed by homework. Okay children, remaining topic we will discuss in the next class. Bye.